And welcome to the very next installment of the OneSickTournament series. This is your commentator, Epsilus. Also with us tonight is Space Kraken. We have teams Slumjob Millionaires on the left, Slumjob Billionaires on the right.
We've got a really exciting match coming up tonight. With the performance of the Billionaires on the last round, as well as the lineup for the Millionaires. Also, there was a previous month's tournament. A lot of the members from the team that won that are on this team here. So, if we've got a close match in this tournament, this is going to be the one.
That is correct. This is going to be a very, very interesting matchup. And as always, the website for the tournament is www.onesicktournament.com. To view the stream site is www.twitch.tv/onesicktournament. You can reach the tournament on Twitter at LOL_OST. And folks, please do not forget to subscribe to the tournament by clicking that follow button up at the top right. Now, lineups, we have Mirage, Painton, Cosmo K, Yakerd, and Bang is Back on Slumjob Millionaires. We have Egok, Raven040291, Chicocious, Legend X, and Naked Farmer over on Slumjob Billionaires.
Yep, and over on the Millionaire side, we've got Miron, Painton, Cosmonk, Yakerd, and Bang is Back.
We should have a pretty good matchup, and we'll get the game rolling here in at least the next 4 minutes or so. Yeah. We're waiting on one player who is AFK at the moment. Believe they had to make a bathroom run.
In the meantime, well, we've got some downtime. Just a little bit of background. Their player from the Billionaires team, Valiant, I believe is his name. He had a really impressive run in the last round, but for unknown reasons, he's unable to make it. So that's gonna.
It might put the Billionaires at a disadvantage. If you caught the last match for the Billionaires, their top, which was Valiant, who was missing tonight, completely and totally dominated that entire match. They were just everywhere. It was like watching a video of the storming of Normandy Beach.
Yep, they just kept coming and kept getting massacred.
All right, so far we've got bans going. First ban was Maokai for the Millionaires, and then on the Billionaires side they banned Cassiopeia. Of course, Bang is Back's favorite mid has always been Cassiopeia. We've got Viger and Shyvana banned by the Millionaires, and then a Lee Sin banned by the Billionaires team. So far we've got not really standard bans, but they're trying to lock out standard team comps for each team here. We've got Mirage going, looks like support Soraka for the AD carry bot.
Yeah, last round, Maokai was Billionaire's jungle of choice, so that might be influenced there.
Indeed it was. I happened to catch a scrimmage match between these two teams, and I believe, if I remember correct, there was a Maokai jungle for the Billionaires in that did very, very well. We've got a Misfortune pick with Flash Heal, and an Annie pick, so it looks like we might be seeing Annie mid, Misfortune bottom for the Billionaires. Wait for Misfortune to lock in so that the Millionaires can make their next two team selections.
Okay, here we go.
There we go. Now, Painton is traditionally the AD carry bot for Millionaires, and it looks like he's going to be going Ashe.
Ashe always an excellent pick for bottom lane.
Yes, she's got some very good crowd control. Oh, we've got a change over to Vladimir, and we've got Cosmo K with a Malphite pick, possibly going top with Malphite. It's always a very strong top.
Always.
We've got a Sona pick by Chicocious over on Billionaires and a Mundo pick by Legend X on the Billionaires team. Looks like possible Mundo top.
Potential
Sona support, not really sure yet. Nobody's position is quite set in stone until that match begins and they head to their lane. And then we've got Yakard picking Ari so far, and Bang is back vacillating, apparently. Can't quite decide what he would like to play at the moment. Sitting on Scion. And then we've got Yakard switching over to Ash, and Bang is back switching over to Ari. So far for the Millionaires, it's looking like a very, very good lineup for them. These are all very tried and true champions, very, very good in lane. And we're just waiting on Naked Farmer to make his champion selection now. In your own time, sir.
Definitely letting the clock tick down.
Well, some players like to let that clock run completely out almost before they make that selection to heighten the anticipation. Personally, though, I'd rather just get to the match myself. But each player has their own play style, and I guess you could call this a form of psychological warfare, I guess.
Or he just needed to fetch another beer.
It's a possibility. Not really sure what everybody's personal preference is for beverage during game time, but we have a lock-in on Nocturne.
Okay.
We have a trade over on the Millionaires team. Yakard and Payton traded Ash for Vladimir. And now we're just counting down until their match begins, and then we'll of course have that 3-minute delay.
Yeah, of course, delay. Don't want any screen sniping or stream sniping. That would be terrible.
Nope, because we're hosting the stream on Twitch.tv, which is an excellent stream host site. And there is only these days about a 6-second delay, so it would be quite easy to just go right ahead and stream cheat, which would pretty much result in an automatic disqualification for anybody caught doing that. That would be very, very bad.
Well, we don't want to tempt them or anything, so we're going to have a nice little delay in there.
Nah. Virtually impossible to stream cheat with the way that Riot has set up the League of Legends spectating. It's not live. It's always a 3-minute delay. It's very, very excellent here. So
yeah.
they're
Riot's
loading.
Riot's always had their competitive community in mind with their design, and so pretty admirable.
Yes, they did. Riot hasn't always, in my opinion, done well thought out software development, but in regards to their spectating features, they put a lot of thought and consideration into how it would affect the player community to go ahead and enable spectating games. So I'm not really sure if I were to take bets on this match. I am not even really sure who I would put my money on. We've got two extremely strong teams here. Payton, a very strong bottom 8 attack damage carry. Cosmog is normally a pretty strong top. Yakard is an extremely good jungle. Bangazback has always been a very superb mid. Mirage has always done very well as a support player. And then on the other team, we've got Egok as Misfortune, which is running, I'm assuming, their AD carry bottom. Not really sure yet, because I haven't played with any of these people on the Billionaires team at all. Then we've got Annie mid with Raven 040291. Sona support with Chakosius, and then Legend X is running Mundo top, and then we have Naked Farmer as Nocturne jungle. Now MF is a pretty decent attack damage carry for bottom lane. In most cases, I actually used to main her back in the day. I'm not as successful with her. Perhaps Egok will have far more success running MF as I did. Annie has always been a very strong mid. She can build a pretty quick stun. She can use her ultimate to do an AoE stun with that quick stun. Sona I've seen Sona supports actually carry a game before, so she can always get out of control and get very powerful very quick. Depends
Absolutely,
on how much farm and how much kills that she gets.
all the static boosts, the spamming of the heals, definitely going to come into play for bottom lane.
Indeed. And then Mundo has been revamped a couple of times in recent memory and has become quite a strong top as well as a very, very strong and fast jungler. We've been seeing a lot of professional Mundo jungles lately on the pro circuit with the MLG events, and we're going live to the match in 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll of course have to sit through the customary loading screen, which I think was a little bit of an oversight.
Yes, you've waited for 3 minutes now. Wait for some more.
Hurry up and wait longer.
That's right, as though the loading screens when you're just normally playing aren't already frustrating enough.
There we are. And here we are loading into the match now, just waiting on that Mundo. There we go.
It looks like we don't have any people with wooden computers. That's a good sign.
Indeed it is. Nobody likes to play on a Fisher-Price rig. It's no fun for anybody involved in the game at all. Alright, and here we are starting. We are at Blue Summoner platform now. We've got a purple ping on bush up here, signifying a possible blue invade for the purple team, so I hope blue team guards. Blue team is, of course, Slumjob Millionaires. Purple team is Slumjob Billionaires. We've got Billionaires team giving a clairvoyance on the summoner platform, trying to figure out where everybody's going, get early item pick peaks. They're not going to that previously pinged bush for a blue invade. They're coming down here to the river towards mid, getting ready to defend. And here we got the Millionaires coming up for an invade. We've got 4 stacked on both sides, so pretty even matchup, and we'll see how this plays out. Oh, and Mundo just gave himself away by throwing his cleaver. And there goes Mirage giving himself away by leaving the bush and becoming visible for a moment. Mundo throws a cleaver, strikes Cosmok, which is Vladimir, and here we've got an early team fight started. Lots of action going on, and everybody decides to disengage and save it for later.
Well, it's a good call by the Millionaires. In the last game with Spin to Win, they made the mistake of splitting up, and in came the Billionaires and took, took the blue buff. It's good. They're definitely know what they're doing here.
They sure do, and as you can clearly see by those pings and that second clairvoyance, they were still worried about a possible invade and losing that blue buff for their jungler. We've got Naked Farmer as Nocturne jungle, starting an early jungle with Wolves. We've got Malphite moving into position with Vladimir. And Ari is going to provide Leash. So it's Malphite jungle, Vladimir top. We've got Mirage and Peyton moving down into the lane to begin their CS rotation. That's creep score for people who don't play but are still watching. And we've got Misfortune and Sona from Billionaires moving into position to begin their lane as well. Mundo and Vladimir are both in their lane and beginning. Both junglers are off to a great start, and the mid lane is off to a great start as well. Got a little bit of damage taken off of Annie on that mid lane already, so it looks like Ari got off an orb. A little bit of give and take up here with Mundo and Vladimir. Not really much action going on down here on this bottom lane, just a whole lot of farming, which is exactly what your AD carry is supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
As you can see by that white floating ring around Annie, she's got her stun up and ready and prepped. Her next skill will stun its target. We've got a ping for a possible Nocturne jungle gank up here on top on Cosmo K. Let's see if they can pull it off. They can get that, if they can get this gank off and get that first blood kill, it's going to be a really, really good advantage, because so far it's only a 200 gold difference between the teams. No kills, no tower damage, nothing happening but some creep score farming.
Yep.
Ari has pushed her lane all the way up to mid tower already, done a little bit of damage to Annie herself again. Keeps hitting her with that orb. That would be Bang is back. He's very, very good mid player.
Alright, Payton on bottom lane, keep poking away, using those volleys to try to get some damage. Of course, the support's there, everybody's staying nice and healed up, but trying to keep the pressure on.
We got the lane pushed up all the way to the tower. Got Ari backing off a little bit in mid lane, releasing the pressure a little bit. Looks like he's trying to draw Annie out. Very, very good and very, very usual of Bang's play style. Likes them to feel a little bit overconfident and then draw them out into the middle of that lane and then just crush them like a bug. We've got Nocturne, which is Naked Farmer from Billionaires, lined up for a gank here. Let's see if he can initiate it. And no, gave himself away, now has to retreat. Back to the bottom lane, we've got a lot of damage taken out on Payton, who's Ash. Looks like some action going on down here. Nothing doing yet, still just a whole lot of farming, which is pretty typical for an early game. We got Mundo pushing Vladimir down that lane.
Oh man. I just realized that I am behind on the video.
Uh-oh.
So I'm sorry if that commentary was off a little bit. No wonder I was so confused.
That's alright, folks. I'm up to date. We just don't have a whole lot going on early game here. Everybody's just farming up, getting that CS so they can get those kill items.
Absolutely.
I imagine that we're probably going to start seeing some real action here in about another 5 minutes or so. Both of these teams know how to play their role. They know how to play the game. So they know that it's a little bit early to be pushing hard, hard, hard. Oh, Mundo decided he wanted to initiate and may not make it out, but he pops his exhaust in an attempt to get away, and Vladimir gets the first blood with an ignite and a flash. So we got 2 summoner spells down on the top lane, but it resulted in a first blood kill, giving the Slumjob Millionaires a 900 gold lead.
Off to a great start. Let's see if they can keep it moving.
Let's check the other lanes. Middle lane, everybody's all healed up and healthy here. No damage done. Let's roll over to our bottom. We've got a highly damaged Sona, even more so because Misfortune and Sona both just ate a volley from Ash.
And you can see those volleys have been taking its toll. The mana down on Sona very low.
It's really, really easy to get around that volley. You just have to stay behind your creeps, because once one arrow from one of that volley hits one target, whether it's a creep or a champion, that, as you can see just there in the video, that's no longer a valid arrow. It won't continue on. It doesn't pass through its target. Once it strikes a creep or a champion, it's no longer viable to do damage. So you can dodge Ash's volley really, really simply if you time it right. Or if you just stay behind your creep wall, which as a ranged AD carry you should be able to do that fairly easily, not get zoned out, because Payton, true to form, is down here starving this Misfortune of creep score. We've got Payton with 43 CS and Misfortune with 18, so Misfortune is at a severe disadvantage in this lane. Another volley again. And we've got a Nocturne ultimate initiate. Let's see how this pans out.
A little bit going down to Soraka, but looks like they're going to make it out.
Yeah, they made it out just fine. Both Mirage and Payton are very, very good players. Payton, I would say, is quite possibly one of the best AD carries that I've played against personally. Top lane is pretty static right now. No damage done to anybody. Mundo made it back to his lane. It hasn't taken very much abuse yet from Cosmo K there, who's playing Vladimir. We've got Ari picking up a blue buff here, which is going to give her an extreme advantage over Annie, who does not currently have a blue buff. But we've got Nocturne ping so that Annie can come and pick up this blue buff.
Well, and Annie a little bit late on that. Nocturne taking a little bit more damage than he needed to.
Well, Annie got her blue buff, so she's gonna be on equal footing now. And it's down to the skill of the individual players themselves. Here bot lane again, we've got another volley coming in any second now, I'm sure.
And an immediate, obvious differentiation in skill level from our previous opponents. We see wards actually going down. I mean, go figure, right?
Yeah, no kidding. He who wards the most. Map awareness, folks. It's very, very important in this game. If you aren't aware of what's going on in your lanes, you get ganked and you wind up dead. We've got Cosmo K's Vladimir up here top again, testing Mundo a little bit, pushing him back, making him play a little more cautiously.
We may have a Nocturne attempt to gank here. We'll see where he goes.
Let's follow that. We've got him in this top river bush, just changing his mind and heading back for the triangle. Then possibly entering the lane. Not really this isn't really the ideal position for a gank though. That's a pretty weak position. You can't flash across that barrier because it's too thick. You'll just bonk into the wall. And he's ranged up here to the top bush, but if he leaves that top bush to go for the second top bush towards the blue side of the field, then he's gonna get viewed by the creeps.
Well,
we've got ping down here in river mid. Alright, let's check out items. We've got Soraka with a Philosopher's Stone, 4 wards, and 2 health pots. We've got Ashe with boots, 2 pots, double Doran's blade, and a pickaxe. It's actually some good damage and lifesteal on that Ashe. And then with Vladimir, we've got a Hextech revolver built already, which is pretty early and really, really good. 3 pots and a set of boots, and then with our jungle for the Millionaires Malphite, we've got a...
Oh, there was a Mundo kill up top.
Oh, I missed a kill. No good. And we've got action bottom, gank,
there we go, Malphite.
And there's a Sona kill. Misfortune using her ultimate, trying to drive them back a little bit, and not really succeeding because Peyton keeps that pressure on. We've got Misfortune with not quite an identical...
looks like Ari's going to catch.
There we go. We've got Ari after Nocturne here. Let's see if they can get this kill. Oh, he's low and he's gone.
Yeah. Oh, well, they could get Andy here. Flashes away.
Oh, very, very nice. And Annie's gone. Double kill. Mundo's going to pick up the kill on Vladimir. And then Ari may possibly pick up the kill on Mundo. We've got an exhaust from Mundo.
Oh, Malphite coming in. That's the end of that.
Malphite picks up the kill on Mundo, and that's all she wrote. We've got an epic arrow from Ashe bottom. Unnecessary, but always appreciated.
Always got to go the extra mile.
Well, that arrow went the extra mile off the edge of the screen. Alright, we've got a 12-minute dragon going here. Let's see if the Billionaires will attempt to contest, or if they even know what's going on at the moment.
No wards in the area, and no sign that they're aware of the dragon going on.
Nope, no map awareness at all. I see 1 ward for the Billionaire team up on the map right now, and that's Middle River top. It's not a very good way to play. You always want to have your wards up and running.
Now, especially this stage of the game, this is when the action starts and you need to know what's going on.
Indeed. We've got a lot more creep score going on bottom. Peyton, of course, excelling at that. Let's take a look at it. We got Peyton at 80 creep score at 12 minutes, which is not too far behind professional level. You want to get about 10 creep score per minute. Whereas his counterpart, Misfortune, is at 30 creep score at 12 minutes with 0 kills and 0 assists, which means nothing doing for Misfortune. She's not going to be very effective if she can't get any money.
Absolutely not. And they're making a push on this tower now, getting a little bit of damage on it.
It's a little early to take a tower yet. Usually you want to try and keep the lane going for about 30 minutes or so. farm as much as you possibly can. In this game, he who farms the most usually winds up winning. I've seen a couple of upsets, but I really don't think this game is going to be one of them. It's kind of looking like the Slumjob Millionaires are shaping this game for a win. Got a little bit of action going top. Nocturne decides to not go back to the summoner platform and head back into his empty jungle.
Arya picking up blue buff once again. And he does not have hers yet.
Ari has a double buff right now. Not really sure why Ari has a red buff unless it was from a kill.
That might be took down, what was it?
Up here bottom lane we've got a minor tower dive. Nothing resulting from it. But we've got Annie and Nocturne coming to assist with this bottom lane here. Let's see if they can pull off a gank and maybe get a kill. We've got a
Ash arrow tips him off.
Indeed it does, but Ash follows up with a frozen arrow to halt Annie, and here we are with a kill for each team. We've got Annie down on the Billionaires, and on the Millionaires, Ari is down, and Sona looks fit to die here in just a second. Yakard.
They're going to go up against the tower. Ash is going down. She is out.
Got an Ash killed bottom also. A lot of give and take on this bottom lane so far. Looks like bottom's the spot tonight.
Well, but 3 down for the Millionaires, only 2 for the, or sorry, 2 for the Millionaires, 3 for the Billionaires. Thanks for that confusing name choice.
Yes, thank you, folks. Let's try and avoid such confusion in future events. Your casters would appreciate it. We have Cosmo K up there pushing that tower a little bit, doing some damage. It's about half health. It's got 1391 to 2550 left, so not too far off of that halfway mark. Got Mundo ranging into the jungle. Looks like Mundo's going to head back top. We've got Annie on top lane taking the farm up here since there's nobody else in the lane at the moment. Looks like Mundo's heading for this farm in mid. Nocturne picking up his jungle and grabbing a blue.
Everybody just seems to be going back to work, back to their lanes.
Hey, well, you know, you play these video games, if you try and be professional about it, then it is kind of like doing a job, because there's a winning formula to it. It's not always in the team composition, it's always in your fundamentals. If you don't have those fundamentals there, then you're gonna have a bad time.
Well, definitely on the Slumjob Millionaires team, we're seeing excellent fundamentals, keeping those wards up. We can see with Ash bottom lane with her creep score and denying it's great fundamentals at work.
Yes, it is. Well, Payton is very, very, very good on his fundamentals. Let's see here. Let's take a look at the CS of other people besides just our AD carries. With our mids, we've got Annie at 112 and Ari at 101. But Ari's making up for the gold difference by having 3 kills and 1 assist to Annie's only 2 assists. That bottom tower is ready to fall, probably on the next very hard push on the Slumjob Billionaires team. So if the Millionaires push really, really hard soon, they'll probably take that tower down and free their bottom lane up to begin ganking the mid and the top lanes. Which that's where the real fun begins, is when that first tower falls.
Absolutely, the boost from the global gold there is always a big factor, but
Ari pushing Mundo a little hard and doing some serious damage to him in mid. Nocturne continuing his jungle rotation. Looks like Annie is set to stay up top now. It looks like the Slumjob Billionaires have traded their top Mundo for their Annie mid. It's a little unorthodox, but if it works out for them, it works out.
Oh, Annie getting some shots off there.
Oh, and we have a
gank.
gank, but we have an escape. Possible escape. No, we have a kill.
Nope. There we go.
And Naked Farmer, as Nocturne picks up the kill and almost dies,
Ooh.
walks away with less than 20 health. And we've got
Ash
Epic
Arrow going the distance. Nope, not gonna hit. Unfortunate.
Nothing but air. Sorry, Ash. We like you, but them long skill shots can be difficult to hit.
Hey, you never remember the one she misses, but you always remember that one she hits.
Oh, yes. Usually because it's your butt that's getting pounded.
Almost always.
Alright, now we've got Bang is back, trying to take out Mundo, flashing away, and might actually possibly get this kill. But Mundo decides to go ahead and back off. We've got another dragon started by Yakerd, who's playing Malphite.
We'll see if they notice this time. I don't see any movements to check out Dragon. And
I don't see any purple wards. They don't know nothing from nothing.
that Hawkshot may give it away. We'll see.
Yeah, that Hawkshot is probably going to give it away, but I seriously doubt that Sona and Misfortune are going to want to go play.
No, they didn't even react to it. So here we go. Picks up another Dragon kill for the Millionaires.
Okay, let's take a look at items again. Changes we've got with Ash, we've got upgraded boots, Berserk Greaves, adds a little bit of attack speed. Always a good thing for Ash. With Annie, we've got a Rod of Ages. It's a little late for that, but better late than never. It adds AP, health, and mana.
Oh, here we go. Some action in the middle.
Action over here in the middle. They've ganked Ari, and...
Malphite coming in. Excellent job. About to take down Mundo.
Yes. Nope. Mundo gets away and escapes, and dived by Malphite on Nocturne.
Ash Arrow barely misses.
Man, Peyton's just not having any luck with those Ash Arrows tonight. I feel for him. I know how frustrating that can be.
It's definitely a lot of skill, but more importantly, luck to those shots.
Well, with Ash absent from the bottom lane, we've got Misfortune and Sona pushing that lane a little bit hard now. Because Peyton isn't there to zone them out and force them to back it off.
Top, there's about to be a kill. Here we go. So Cleaver goes out. Hits.
Cleaver and death. Mundo picks up the kill on Cosmo K, Vladimir. Annie really, really damaged. Barely escapes with her life. And here we go with a kill on Annie by Yakerd. And then we've got Nocturne versus Annie and Yakerd. Not Annie. Why did I say Annie? Ari. Too many similar sounding names tonight. I haven't even had a beer.
Well, you notice when bottom lane was absent, they managed to get the tower down to half health. That's a little bit of ground regained there, but not enough. They're back in lane and they're pushing hard. No,
we've got an almost 7,000 gold differential between Slumjob Millionaires leading and Slumjob Billionaires. We got a 4-kill lead at 21 minutes. Honestly, that's not that great a gap on the kills, but that gold gap, that's going to hurt later. That's going to hurt a lot. Late game, it's going to be really, really tough. And bottom tower is down for the Slumjob Billionaires with Peyton picking it up.
Check all the Billionaires towers. They're all very low, at least half health or lower.
And Misfortune making a very bad decision and deciding to pull a Florida and standing her ground there. She really should have backed off of that. We've got Annie pushing this top tower hard. That's 2 minion waves there. Let's see if... No, Annie's going to back off instead of attempting to dive and possibly picking up a kill. And Cosmo K is going to pick up most of that farm.
And with no backup there, she probably made the right decision. Played safe. No reason to risk it. They're in the lead.
Indeed.
Oh, I'm sorry. My mistake.
Okay, we've got... Nope, no action going mid.
With the bottom lane pushed all the way back, they're looks like they're heading towards, or at least Ash is heading mid. Looks like there might be some action here soon.
Yeah, we've got Ari. She decided to turn around and go back to mid, but we've got Yakerd and Cosmo K.
Definite potential for a gank up top.
Indeed, Ari looped around. She's going to join him. But we've got Mundo coming up into the jungle to assist, it looks like.
Here we go. They're going to initiate before Mundo gets there. Nope. No, they're not.
No, they're not. Everybody they were seen, the other team backed off. Well, of course, there's this handy-dandy ward sitting right there in the middle of the bush that our blue team, the Slumjob Millionaires, was inhabiting, waiting. We've got Ash over here poking this tower, probably going to take this tower down right now. There it goes.
Hits her with the arrow.
And we've got a kill by Ash on Sona. We've got Misfortune pushing Mirage down the lane. Soraka probably about equal damage-wise right now since Soraka's support Misfortune is so starved.
She's going to have to spend some more time farming to try to catch up.
We've got a tower kill bottom lane by Misfortune and a ultimate blown by Misfortune. Half of Mirage's health is gone now. But it's Soraka, so it'll come back in just a few seconds. That heal will be there. We don't have a ward up on Baron yet, and we're about 24 minutes into the game. It's a little unusual. Usually you want to start warding Baron at about 22 to 25 minutes, around give or take a few, depending upon how the game is going. A lot of games have been lost because of an early Baron. That buff can be very, very devastating if you can get it early on in the game. Late game, it can still be just as devastating, but it's not as consequential as an early game Baron is.
You know, that 4 minutes of advantage over your opponents definitely can turn the tide, though.
Indeed it is. Oh, we've got Ahri almost getting jumped by Mundo, Sona, and Nocturne. They're okay. We've got... Somebody's got a... Alright, who's got it? Somebody's got an Oracles. They're roaming around destroying wards, so they're getting ready for something. Possible Baron run. And we've got Peyton, Banga's back, and Yaker going upriver for a gank on poor little Nocturne there, who decides who finally
Ahri's about to be in... Here we go, we got a little fight over here. Ash Arrow barely misses.
Ash Arrow again. That Ash Arrow was one of the hardest things to hit because it's a little slow moving. It's not the fastest global ultimate.
Yep, if you got vision of it, it is dodgeable. You can definitely see it coming.
Oh yes, if you see it coming, man, you just pretend like it's R. Kelly in that video and you just move out of the way. And that top tower is down again. So we've got 3 towers down now on the Slumjob Billionaires side and only 1 tower down on the Slumjob Millionaires side. This game is looking very, very skewed because we're at a 9.7k gold disadvantage for the Billionaires.
And it's on Ash, he flashes, but it gets taken down anyway.
Yeah. We've got another kill over there, and then Nocturne spent his ultimate to initiate that team fight. Not very much came of it except for that one single kill. They're just letting that Malphite walk around like he's nothing.
Oh.
A may kill Malphite here. Yeah, there goes Malphite.
All right, drops his ultimate.
Oh, Malphite with an excellent escape using Flash, and Mundo chasing him down. Dodged the cleaver. Will he get away?
Come on, Soraka, drop the heals.
Soraka does drop a heal, and I will be. Yaker does it again. Yaker has been known for his daring escapes in the past, and he pulls yet another one off. I really thought we were going to see him die there.
Well, looks like Ash and Annie went down.
Alright, we've got Ahri just purchasing a Rabadon's Cap. That is a very huge ability power boost. You got 140 base and then a 30% boost. So let's take a look at our Ahri here. She's sitting at 371 AP at 27 minutes. That's pretty beefy. She's probably hitting like a Mack truck.
I definitely imagine so.
Ash continuing to farm true to form, roaming through the jungle and picking up a red buff down here in just another few seconds. We've got Nocturne setting up Sona for a blue, it looks like. Nocturne's got an Oracle's on, just warded Dragon. Seems that they learned their lesson when they gave up 2 or 3 dragons already, and they've initiated Dragon. There's no blue ward near Dragon River, though, so they're not aware that it's going on at the moment.
Ash had a chance to discover it, went the wrong way. They're actually gathering up. We'll see.
They decided to go for Dragon, but they were just a little bit too late, and Purple Team escapes. Here we go, Nocturne initiating on the blue buff again. See if he takes that golem. Ahri picking up her blue buff right now.
Nope. Oh,
This not looking good if they decide to initiate on that. Malphite's beefy, but there's a lot of damage over there in that river. They're probably better off backing off like that. Here we are. There, it looks like we've got a mid push. You're going to try and take that tier 2 tower there.
not a lot of creeps there, but definitely all the champions just gathered together.
We've got double ward in the jungle here by the Millionaires. Trying to keep sight so they don't get a surprise jump from Nocturne with an ultimate. They back off that mid lane. They're heading into jungle here. And we've got a Millionaires ward up on Baron now, so they're keeping an eye on. They may actually initiate Baron right now. It looks like they're stacking to do that.
Either that or they're trying to bait a team fight. We'll see if Billionaires responds. It looks like they're all headed that way.
No, Billionaires see them. They just popped Clairvoyance on the river, so they know they're there, and they're stacked and they're ready. They're just waiting for that Baron to be initiated. And as soon as that Baron is initiated, they're going to come in and contest it. But true to form, the Slumjob Millionaires do not take that bait. They know they were spotted, and they know it's a little risky. They're taking out the wards now.
Yeah, definitely a smart move.
Slumjob Billionaires wards on Baron are down now, so they no longer have vision, and their Clairvoyance is still on cooldown. And we've got a Baron initiate. Slumjob Billionaires coming over, possibly. They're stacked up in the bush.
They're stacked in the bush, but they're not responding. Let's see if they can get the Baron down.
That Baron is going down fast and hard.
Well, it looks like they're going to take it completely uncontested.
Baron is down.
Definite boost in gold there, and that buff's going to come into play here very shortly.
Yes, it is. Ashe is going to go back. Let's see. Ashe has got her Infinity Edge up, and she's probably going to finish off her Phantom Dancer, her Bloodthirster here. Phantom Dancer was finished. Got Soraka picking up some more wards. Misfortune finally got a BF sword, which gives her a little bit more of an AD boost, though it took her a very long time to get that.
Dash way ahead. Obviously, the early game starvation has a huge effect later game. It just cascades into a bigger and bigger deficit.
Indeed it does. We should be entering the purely team fight phase now.
Well, you can see that everybody all gathered around mid lane except for Misfortune. It seems like she's trying to play a bit of catch up.
Yes, she is, though she is still really far behind. She's at 132 creep score. The only person on her team with a lower creep score than her is her support Sona and Nocturne the jungler.
That's unfortunate. I almost feel like she would be benefiting more from the assists in team fights, but we'll see what she does.
She would if she were involved in them. She's not. She's got one assist here. I mean, there have been several team fights with kills on both sides, and Misfortune just hasn't been able to tag any of those kills to even get an assist. Misfortune just isn't being very viable in this game. She's not carrying hard enough. It's really not looking very good for the Slumjob Billionaires. I believe this may be their first defeat in this tournament series.
Absolutely.
We're stacked up for a team fight again here mid. They're taking that tower. The tower's down. Sona uses her ult. Nocturne uses his ult. MF uses her ult. We've got a kill on Payton. Is down.
Okay. Looks like Nocturne goes down.
Nocturne goes down as well as Annie.
Mundo, can they get it? There we go. Mundo's down.
So
Sonya too.
Sona down too. Triple kill by Ahri. And then Jaeger's just going to tank that tower. No, he decides to back off and let Soraka tank that tower a little bit.
There you go. Get a little action.
And mid tower is down, exposing the inhibitor. And they're going to take this inhibitor before the team is up because it was an ace.
There we go. Super creeps coming out. That's probably putting the cap on it here shortly.
There we go. This may be a push to win, folks. We might have a win by 34 minutes.
Okay.
Tower 1 on Nexus down. Tower 2 on Nexus going fast.
Ashe and Nocturne coming up right about, or not, sorry, Annie and Nocturne coming up. The rest of the team only a couple seconds behind them, but is it too late?
Yeah, not sure. Yes, it is too late. This game is over, folks. We have a win by Slumjob Millionaires. And here we thought that Slumjob Billionaires was going to give them a hard time of it. 19 to 9 kills. 51.1k gold for Millionaires, 35.1k. That's a 16k lead. That's how you win the game. Money, not just life.
Well, I think this shows you that though the Slumjob billionaires may be billionaires, it's probably because they spent less time playing LOL.
Quite possibly. And here we are going to do a quick little recap. With Cosmo K playing as Vladimir, we got 6, 4, 7. That's 6 kills, 4 deaths, 7 assists. Finished out with a Will of the Ancients, Rabadon's Cap, Giant's Belt, and Sorcerer's Shoes, 10.9k farm and 171 CS. With Peyton as Ash, we have 2, 3, 6. That's 2 kills, 3 deaths, 6 assists. Little unbalanced for him. He usually goes positive instead of negative on his kill spread, but he finished with Berserk Greaves, Infinity Edge, Double Doran's Blade, a Phantom's Dancer, and a Vampiric Scepter, giving him superior lifesteal and survivability in his lane and team fights. He finished out with 10.7k gold and 214 creep score, which is actually the highest creep score in the game, which is not unexpected at all. Mirage is Soraka. We got 0 kills, 0 deaths, which is actually a little unheard of for Mirage. Mirage has had a little bit of a rocky past with League of Legends, but I'm glad to see that he's ironed out a few of those wrinkles. He got 9 assists. He finished out with a Shirelia's Reverie, a Negatron Cloak, a Heart of Gold, and Boots of Mobility for that level 5 speed boost. He finished out with 8.1k farm and a 34 CS. And then we've got Yakert as Malphite, running 4 kills, 0 deaths, and 6 assists. A very good spread for Brendan there. And then we've got a Randuin's Omen, Force of Nature, Philosopher's Stone, Mercury's Treads, and a Ruby Crystal, giving him quite a bit of life, as well as a slow that he can activate on a summoner. He finished out with 9.9k gold and 134 farm. Then we've got Banga's back as Ari with 7 kills, 2 deaths, and 4 assists, which is really typical for Banga's back. Very strong mid player. He finished out with Double Doran's Ring, Sorcerer's Shoes, Rabadon's Cap, Will of the Ancients, and Ward, as well as 11.2k farm and 191 creep score. He had the largest gold on his team, but not the largest creep score. Those kills will get you every time. Over on the Slumjob Billionaires, we've got Chikosha Sasona finishing as 152 with a Philosopher's Stone, unupgraded Boots of Speed, a Cage's Lucky Pick, a Heart of Gold, Kindle Gem, and a Null Magic Mantle, 5.7k farm and 21 CS, which is pretty typical for a support. With Annie, we've got 0 kills, 5 deaths, 6 assists. Finished out with Sorcerer's Shoes, a Needlessly Large Rod, a Rod of Ages, a Health Pot, and a Blasting Wand for 7.6k farm and 174 creep score, which is the highest creep score on the Billionaires side of the fence. And then Misfortune, poor Misfortune, finished out dead equal 222 with a Berserk Greaves, Double Doran's Blade, Infinity Edge, finally, and a Vampiric Scepter with 7k farm and 137 creep score. Legend X as Dr. Mundo, 251 with a Force of Nature, Mercury Treads, Spirit Visage, Doran Shield, and a Negatron Cloak with 6.8k gold farm and 142 CS, which is higher than their AD carry Misfortune. And then we've got Naked Farmer as Nocturne the Jungle as 424 with a... I think that's a Mercury Treads. Yeah, that's Mercury's Treads. A Wriggle's Lantern, which is a great jungle item for lifesteal. Aegis of the Legion, which is an excellent team buff because it gives your team 12 armor, 15 magic resist, and a little bit extra attack damage. It's just 8, but every little bit can help. Also finished out with a Heart of Gold and a Warden's Mail. 7.8k gold farm and 126 creep score. That was the end of this match, folks. And again, the team names were blue, Slumjob Millionaires, purple, Slumjob Billionaires. Tomorrow night's match will be starting at 1 a.m. The website for the tournament itself is going to be www.onesicktournament.com to catch the stream again. It's going to be www.twitch.tv.com/OneSickTournament, and you can contact the tournament coordinator on Twitter by twitting to LOL_OST. That was Lima Oscar Lima _ Oscar Sierra Tango. Remember, folks, if you're reviewing tonight, we would appreciate it if you would subscribe by clicking that follow button in the upper right-hand corner of the twitch.tv stream site. Thanks for joining us here. You folks have a great night.